Grab yourself a beef sandwich and a hot dog with absolutely no ketchup, because I've got 11 questions for you on all things Chicago. This is Trivia with Buds. Welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out the show, and thanks for all the support in terms of leaving reviews for the show on iTunes or the podcast app. Wherever you listen, if you're able to leave a review, that helps get more eyes and ears on the show, so thank you so much in advance for doing that this holiday season. Got some great holiday surprises coming up, including a brand new logo on December 1st, so be on the lookout for that. And we'll be running some daily trivia challenges in the form of Family Feud-style questions about the holidays every day in the month of December leading up to Christmas. It's called the 25 Days of Trivia Christmas. I don't really have a name for it yet. But if you like that kind of thing and you like to respond to Family Feud-type surveys, go check that out on facebook.com/trivia with buds. We got about 1,500 people who like that page. Make sure you go like that if you want to see some updates and contests and polls and things like that over on Facebook. It's one of the good things left on Facebook these days, I'll tell you. We are doing a round all about my hometown of Chicago today. Now, I did not grow up in the city proper, in the south suburbs, a town called Crestwood, Illinois, famous for a water scandal in the 90s and 2000s. You could look that up. But these questions will be about the city proper, so lots of fun references to movies and foods and landmarks and things. So if you like Chicago, this episode is for you. We're going to jump into 11 questions on Chicago right about now. Here we go. All right, everybody, here we go with some Chicago trivia. Question number 1. In what movie would you find Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago? Number 1, in what movie would you find Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago? Number 1. Question number 2. The name Chicago is loosely derived from a Native American word meaning wild what? Number 2. The name Chicago is loosely derived from a Native American word meaning wild what? Question number 3. Chicago's largest shopping district is known as the Magnificent Blank. Fill in the blank. Chicago's largest shopping district is known as the Magnificent Blank. And question number 4. Each year, the Chicago River is famously dyed what color? Number 4. Each year, the Chicago River is famously dyed what color? Question number 5. The Buckingham Fountain is located in the center of which Chicago park? Number 5. The Buckingham Fountain is located in the center of which Chicago park? And number 6, founded in 1959, what Chicago-based improv comedy company was a starting point for famous comedians such as Steve Carell and Tina Fey? Where was that, number 6? Number 7, what's the name of the Chicago aquarium that holds 5 million gallons of water and is home to around 32,000 animals? What is the name of that aquarium? And your next question, which of these private colleges is not based in Chicago? Is it St. Paul College, Kendall College, DePaul University, or North Park University? Which one of those is not based in Chicago? And number 9, a Chicago-style hot dog does not include which famous topping? Number 9, a Chicago-style hot dog does not include what famous topping? Number 10, the Chicago Bulls won how many NBA championships during the 90s? The Chicago Bulls won how many NBA championships during the 90s? And the bonus for 2 points, also known as the Bean, the famous Chicago landmark sculpted by British artist Anish Kapoor, is actually titled what? That would be your 2-point bonus question. Tough one at the end. Also known as the Bean, the famous Chicago landmark sculpted by British artist Anish Kapoor, is actually titled what? Those are all your questions on Sweet Home Chicago. Go watch the Blues Brothers and come back and check your answers in just a sound effect. We are back with the answers to Chicago trivia. Thanks for sticking around and playing on today's show. If you like it, make sure you hit subscribe so you never miss new episodes as they pop up on the feed. Here's question 1. In what movie would you find Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago? That is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, one of my favorite 80s comedies. And they go in the Sears Tower, which is now known as the Willis Tower in this movie, and they put their foreheads against the glass and look down. And you can go to the very spot where they filmed that and do it yourself. And I imagine maybe get a little rash from your forehead, right? Everyone's sticking their forehead in the same spot. It's pretty gross. I've done it, though. Number 2, the name Chicago is loosely derived from a Native American word meaning wild what? Onion. Wild onion, which is a great flavor of Bubba Burger. If you like Bubba Burgers, those are good. Wild onion. Number 3, Chicago's largest shopping district is known as the Magnificent Mile. Magnificent Mile. Number 4, each year the Chicago River is famously dyed what color? That is green for St. Patrick's Day. Green for St. Patrick's Day. That is the same river that the Dave Matthews Band tour bus emptied their waste into. If you remember that headline, I think they got sued or fined or something. The Buckingham Fountain is located in the center of which park? That is Grant Park. Grant Park. And number 6, founded in 1959, what Chicago-based improv comedy company was the starting point for famous comedians such as Steve Carell and Tina Fey? That would be the Second City. Second City. Then we had, what's the name of the Chicago Aquarium that holds 5 million gallons of water? That's the Shed Aquarium, the Shed. And which of these private colleges is not based in Chicago? The one was St. Paul College. That one is not in Chicago, St. Paul College. A Chicago-style hot dog does not include ketchup. No ketchup on a Chicago-style hot dog. Said that in the show's intro, and you probably know that one, right? And number 10, the Chicago Bulls won how many championships in the 90s? That was 6. They had the three-peat when they won the first 3, and then they had the three-peat repeat. Oh, did that sell some shirts. 6 championships for the Bulls in the 90s. And number 11, also known as the Bean, the famous Chicago landmark sculpted by British artist Anish Kapoor, is actually titled Cloud Gate. Cloud Gate. There you have it. Bunch of Chicago trivia for you. Hope you had fun playing along today. One more fact for you, and that fact is that a snail can have 25,000 teeth. Think of that dentist bill. All right. I said that joke. A snail can have 25,000 teeth. And that is today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for telling a friend about what I do here on the podcast. And thanks for your support on patreon.com/trivia with buds. We'll see you next time for more trivia fun. Cheers.